Hey guys, welcome to Bake With Me. I'm Robin Hoffman, and we are gonna do two wonderful things today. We are gonna make gluten-free blueberry muffins, and we're gonna learn about some really deep things from our friend here. We wanna welcome our guest today, Danny. Hey. Yay, Danny! So Danny, why did I invite you here today?
This is why.
Because you're awesome and you have arms? What?
Yes, no, actually, I got diagnosed with severe psoriasis.
Severe psoriasis.
Right now I'm clearing up, but I had it from head all the way down to my feet.
Oh.
So, yeah. And
that's it. There's only a head to the feet. There's nowhere else.
There's nowhere else
to go, right?
Yeah, we got it covered.
Oh my gosh. So what was happening in your life when this happened?
No one knows. Apparently psoriasis has a bunch of triggers, like anything under the sun. It could be anything from stress, cold weather, or anything else, is because it's a genetic disorder.
Okay, so it was lying dormant and then
Pretty
something happened and it covered you. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. How have you been doing?
A lot better now. You know, with certain medications, I take, injections, and I'm also doing this whole vegan thing that's helping my healing, but other than that,
he started eating vegan, but I didn't know about it, so today these are not vegan muffins, but you can certainly make them vegan. You can use all the same ingredients we're using today, just substitute your butter for a vegan butter, and you can substitute the eggs. There's several substitutions. Okay, so how about we get started on our muffins?
Sure.
All right, so what we're gonna do first is we are gonna take our softened butter, that's a half a cup of softened butter. Maybe we're gonna do that. And we're gonna take a cup and a quarter, a cup and a quarter,
cup and a quarter
of organic cane sugar. And Danny, why don't you grab that mixer for me, hit the power button, turn that puppy on, and let's combine our butter and sugar. We're gonna cream that.
I'm not good with power tools.
Here,
I'm just saying.
see the arrow?
Nope.
There you go. So we're gonna do that until it's light and fluffy. You want them to blend really well. You want that incorporated so that when we put the rest of our ingredients in, they're nice and smooth. We have 2 eggs, and we're gonna do 1 egg at a time. So here we go. 1 egg. This guy wants to go with it.
He's just hanging out. That's
so
all
mix those real well, get all the sides. There you go. And here goes our other egg. Yay! All right. So how are you feeling today?
Doing good, actually. I used to have a really rough time. I used to have a lot of flare-ups, and the reason why that I went on my diet is because that whatever I ate, I would flare up, and we wouldn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
So that's why this whole gluten-free thing was awesome. That was the first step.
So it's not just vegan, you went gluten-free first?
Absolutely.
And that helped you?
Absolutely, it helped. And then after the gluten-free, went vegetarian, and then that helped even more, and then took it one step further. So
the vegan.
Absolutely.
I think we done blended that about as well as we're gonna blend that. I know this is exciting, so tell me, I'm sorry, so you said it hurts?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing about psoriasis, a lot of people don't know, they're just like, oh, it's just a rash, which is not true at all. It's a rash that never goes away, and the itch doesn't stop when it's at its peak.
And itch you can't scratch.
Yep, and it's right now I'm not as bad like flake-wise, but it used to be like really, really in patches, like flakes. And so anytime it would itch, if you accidentally itch, it would come
break
off
your skin,
and it would break and would bleed all the time. So just no sleep, everything else. So a lot of people, for awareness of psoriasis, is not just get over it with anti-itch cream, because anti-itch cream does not work.
Just doesn't work.
Nope.
Oh gosh. Okay. So let's just segue back to the food.
All right. Really dark. I think we're filming a DC film, right?
So we have 2 cups of gluten-free flour. If you are not gluten-free, that's okay. You can use regular flour, but we are going to use 2 cups of gluten-free flour.
Just don't pick flowers out of your garden, it won't work.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Well, you didn't lose your sense of humor. Or maybe you did.
No, maybe I did.
And then we have half a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna mix all of our dry ingredients. And we have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Yes, it is awesome. So we're just gonna stir that up just a little bit, give it a little toss, make sure that's combined well. Now, Danny, one other thing what we're gonna do here, if you can pick up the blender again, we're gonna blend in just a half a teaspoon of vanilla, and make sure if you are gluten-free that that's a gluten-free vanilla. Get that going. And while you mix that, I am going to toss in our dry ingredients. Are you ready for me?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay.
That's not cement, is it?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is. We're gonna block your insides. No, that's what white flour will do. So we're gonna go with the gluten-free flour. All right, this is a beautiful thing, beautiful thing. So you mentioned that you were taking injections for it. What are you on?
I'm on Humira, and
Okay.
Humira is really awesome. A lot of people, they have a misconception about biologics. Biologics is actually not really bad for you. A lot of people are like, oh, well, something like that should have plenty of side effects, which actually it doesn't. It actually has about the same side effects that you would take for normal medication.
Okay.
And what's really cool about it is that it works instantly. Like,
Nice.
it really does.
So you finally found relief after 3 months.
Yes, I recommend it for anyone that wants quick relief, because obviously a lot of people like to do the natural route like moi.
Yeah.
But if you need some quick relief like I did, that you're really going,
Yeah.
then yes, the biologics where it's at.
So I'm going to interrupt again, and we're going to do half a cup of milk while he's incorporating the dry ingredients. And a little sploosh here and there is okay. We can always clean it up.
We always want to go to a water park, right?
Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. So what did you do for a living before the psoriasis hit?
Quite a number of things, but I was Spidey at Universal, and I was also a bodybuilder. I actually qualified for pro last year. I am a lot skinnier now because I didn't know what to eat with this condition.
Aw. So how much weight did you lose after the psoriasis hit?
About 30 pounds of muscle that I lost because of this whole thing.
I think we're good there. What do you think?
I don't know.
I think we're good. Next, we have 2 cups of blueberries. And what we're gonna do so that the blueberries don't sink into our muffins, we're gonna add just a tiny little bit of gluten-free flour. And we're gonna toss that into our blueberries to make sure they're nice and dry and they'll stay nice and within each muffin. So we are gonna incorporate our blueberries very gently. We don't wanna squash them into our wet mixture. Bloop, 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 bloop.
You don't want to squash them because then they'll be squashed.
Do you want me to do it? Because you're Mr. Muscle Man. All right, Spidey over here, we're gonna not crush our blueberries. So is there anything else that you feel that people should know?
Yeah, it's not contagious.
That's it.
Every time people see this, the first thing is like, what is that? And it's actually disheartening for a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people on, my social media and stuff like that that contacted me like, how are you dealing with this? Because they're dealing with the same thing.
Right.
And a lot of people with psoriasis have awful confidence issues, like really bad because of it. Every time, like me, if they have it bad and they put their hands on a table or something, people freak out.
Aww.
And everybody's first question is, what is that? Second followed by, is it contagious? It's not. It's a genetic condition. Basically, it's passed down, and your immune system just flares up, and then there we go. And that's it. That's pretty much it. No matter what, I really, really do think that people need this type of awareness to be kind to people that have psoriasis.
I'm not afraid of you.
Oh.
I'm so appreciative that you're here today because I don't like to put the stuff in the cupcake tin. So let's bring that cupcake tin over here. I'm gonna put you to work.
Feel like the Tin Man.
Do you like this? All right, hon. So this batter and this recipe that I've just shown you today will make 12 really nice, good-sized muffins. So what I'm gonna have you do is take that scoop, fill it up nicely. It doesn't have to overflow, but right at the top of it, and we're gonna put each into our tin. And while Danny does that,
Just like that.
Just like that, you got it.
Yeah.
Preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and you are gonna put them in the oven for around 30 minutes. And just like any other muffin, you put a toothpick in the middle, take it out. If it's clean and dry, then you are good to go. How we doing over there?
Not so good, it's all lopsided.
No, it's okay, it'll bake even. You're doing great. Thank you so much for doing this. All right, we'll be back when our muffins are good and baked and the place smells delicious. We are back and our kitchen smells delicious. Our muffins are out and they're nice and cooled.
Oh
Make sure when you're baking them that you have light brown around the perimeter of the muffin and a golden brown in the center. What do you think about us diving in?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
I'm like Michael Phelps ready. Like,
okay, ready? Which one do you want? No, I want that one. Which one do you want? Oh, no, I want, no, okay, just kidding. We're good. Grab a muffin. Grab a muffin. Grab a muffin. Thank you so much for being here. You are amazing. Thank you for sharing your story. We are so grateful. I think anyone who is dealing with this situation can benefit from your words. And I love you, man.
Oh, I love you too.
Let's eat.
No.
Are you ready?
Not really.
Are you gonna take a little bite or a big bite?
I don't know. Let's see. Try it.
Oh, that's good. That was so good.
Love heaven.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more information on the disability that you learned about today, click the link below and please subscribe to our channel. Peace, love, and happiness.